Welcome everybody back to the channel. Such a beautiful day out here in the neighborhood as usual. So today is going to be a nice tips and trick video for you today. I was inspired by Carl's Cabin bi-weekly email, and what it talked about was 3 lures that you want to use when you're fishing in the summer, which we're currently right now, and we're in August. So it's about to become late summer soon, but we're still in the middle of summer. But just 3 lures you want to fish for in the summer when you're fishing grass, because we all know if you can find grass, you can find bass. So I'm just going to quickly go over those 3 types of lures, and we're going to put them to work and see if we can find those bass that are hanging around the grass. So just stay tuned.
All right, so cool part is I'm still working on just being my own cameraman. But anyway, the first lure that we are going to go over, which I feel like is going to be the more consistent one when getting the bite, because we are talking about summer and it starts getting hot. So let me get that out together real quick. Going over the finesse technique first. So of course I got my finesse rod, but I am talking about the Nico rig. And what I do like about the Nico rig, let's see if I can kind of get this up here a little bit for y'all to see. Let me zoom in on it. But the Nico rig, most of the time it's going to be a finesse style worm, but what you are doing is almost essentially like a wacky rig, but you're going to actually have it more close to the nose of the bait because you're going to put a nail weight in there, and it's a vertical presentation for grass. So that's why it's going to be a good idea when you are fishing the in grass, because it's kind of going to stand up a little bit and stand out. The next one is actually my personal favorite that I really got used to throwing, is on the swim jig. And the reason I like the swim jig when fishing grass, because once again, bass are hanging around grass, and you're imitating all those other bait fish that are hanging around the grass as well, that's also looking for shelter. And so I'm actually throwing the Lugan Bait's Grass Hero swim jig. And like I said, this is just my personal favorite because I just already been catching more bass on this type of jig than I have on other types of jigs. And then of course the last technique would be just a simple Texas rig. Now, when I'm throwing the Texas rig, I like to peg it when I'm going to that grass, because of the Texas rig, it does keep a very streamlined profile. Everything is straightforward, so that way you can pull through that grass. Like I said, I'm just going to hook everything up and see what we can catch on these 3 techniques.
Grass over here, a little bit deeper, more submerged. I'm just letting that sink right now. Do something. And for the win. And pop me too. Hope you don't think this is a meal for you, but you want to cash your way, my friend. And guess what we got, fellas? Not digging, but I will take it. So very few little, gave him a new lip piercing, but I like it. So there we go. Like I said, Nico was gonna come through for me. There we go, got a nice little, tiny little 3/4 pound bass, like maybe even half a pound, I don't know, but he bit on the Nico, just sitting around in that grassy area where the heron was at, where bluegill at, but he found a way to become famous today. So I'm gonna get him back in the water, and we're just glad that he was able to participate. Hey, buddy, sorry you gotta get the whole toss, but that's all you're gonna get today. And that was a first bass I ever caught out of here in a long time of anything, but let me just kind of quickly go over what we called them on again. So like I said, if anything's going to catch or do numbers for you, it's going to be your finesse technique these hot summer days. So the Nico rig came through. I like how everything just slid through the O-ring, you know, preserving my soft plastic, still keep my lure. All things is good. I'm just kind of slide it back up a little bit more on the body. So I got the Nico rig out of the way. I'm gonna cast it back out that way, see if we can get something else on there. But I was just glad to finally get a bite for y'all. That was exciting. I'm gonna try the Texas rig just in case. I want to get that out of the way because that's my heavy action. Just that little bass wasn't even amounted to anything. I'm glad he participated. Just cast it right back out there. Ugh. See if we can't fix that a little bit. So good to get a nice little tug. Hopefully we get something a little bit bigger than that. That would be stupendous. I know the hands like, why are you over here with me? Because you are nature's fish finder. That's why, friend. Wherever you are, there is bait fish, and where there is bait fish, there are predatory fish like bass. I'm gonna actually come back this way a little bit with it. Like I said, I know there's some patch of grass. Ooh, don't want to fall backwards. Getting little sprinkles, which I need because it's hot out here, or getting hot. Bass want to participate today. told you. There go another one. Woo! This one's a lot bigger. Thank you. Woo! There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, I'm gonna be nice to him today and let him live. There we go. Now we're talking. A little bit bigger bass this time. Oh yeah, you gotta really love it. Probably nice going 2 pounds right there. Really got that hook in his mouth. On the bandito bug, of course. Really came like there's some grass around here. And that's what we're fishing around. So I came to the right spot. And get this out of its mouth. So now we're cooking. So finally got something that was worth talking about a little bit. No dink. Nice little 2 pound bass. Caught it on that good old Texas rig bandito bug. Like I said, keep it simple. Less appendages. Get the grass. 3/8 ounce tungsten with the peg on there as well. Slip that in his mouth. We're gonna get him back in the water. Big. Know what's going on. We'll look at it. That's the crud was on the line. Finally, there we go. Come on, let's just go ahead and let's get this win. So there we go, all 3 lures out the way. Bass fishing, shallow grass, and we got it done. Oh, dang, this thing is hot. All right, so came through to my best location at this lake in this corner pocket. Got me one last bass. Not a big one, but I'm just glad to get one and got it on the good old Grass Hill swim jig. So there you have it. All 3 lures caught a bass. The Texas really caught the biggest one. I'm just glad that this one was able to participate. So I'm gonna go ahead and get him back in the water. Nothing to really brag about, but I'm just glad I was able to catch 3 bass on all 3 techniques and lures. So let me go ahead and get them back in the water, and hey, we're just gonna call it a day. I came out here to complete a mission, and mission is complete. Well, all right, everybody, I really hope y'all enjoyed today's tips and tricks and hope y'all learned something. Like I said, it was just very quick and easy, but I'm glad I was able to get it done. I did want to at least catch a bass on all 3 types of lures for you, just so you can see that it can be done. It doesn't have to be so hard, but fishing is always going to be fun. There are going to be some difficult days, but yes, just those 3 types of lures, your Nico rig, your swim jig, and just a good old simple Texas rig will get the job done. I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching, and until next time, y'all keep it tight and keep reeling.